Alright, so this short video is to go through how you actually create your new database onto the system. So the first thing is you've got to have created a data dictionary. So this is the one that we're going to use here. This is the one that I put on Moodle as an example, the one that we did on a student. I'm not going to create all the fields because there's quite a lot, and creating a database you've got to take your time. So we're going to look at just the first few fields. So the first thing is print off your data dictionary and have it at the side of you. And make sure that you're happy that it is going to be acceptable to create. So you've had it checked basically by Michelle. So launch your Microsoft Access and you're going to choose blank database, a brand new one. And then here, click on the yellow envelope and choose your USB where you're going to save it to. And then give it a name. And the name should match the top of your data dictionary. Yeah? So it should match at the top what I said I was going to call it. So in this case, I was going to call it students. Because remember, we have to create it first before we can do anything. Now I'm in the view, the output file of the table. I need to flip, remember that face, I need to flip it to the design. So click here and choose the design view. And it'll say, what do you want to call your table? So again, I'm going to copy the name that I've put on my data dictionary. Remember TBL, that's how we're going to call a table. So now I'm in the design mode. So the first thing I do is down the left hand side here, from your data dictionary, yeah, copy your field names. So I'm just going to do the first few that were in the data dictionary, because there's quite a few. Okay. And then fill in your second field again from your data dictionary. So my data dictionary, it says that should be auto number, that should be text, and that should be text. And then once I've done that, I'm then going to keep looking at my data dictionary, and I'm going to, again, I've got this at the side of me, and I'm going to tick every one as I've done them and copy it as I go through. So if you look here, my student number is required, my gender isn't, but it's got a validation rule in it. It's capitals, field length 1. Surname, I need that, and that's maximum of 25 characters. And if you look, my student number is a primary key. So how to do these? Right, so student number, that's a primary key. It's working because I've got a little key at the side of it. If I didn't, I'd click that to put the key at the side. So if I click it now, it's stopped it being the primary key. There's no primary key at the moment because there's no key at the side. So reselect student number and then primary key, and it's made it the primary key. So the only thing on student number was that it said that it was required. Well, I don't need to option that to say it's required, but because I've made it the primary key, Access says, well, I know you need it because this is the primary key. So the gender. So again, looking down here, it said the field length was 1, but I'd also got a validation rule of M or F. So once I click away, you'll see it puts speech marks around it for me, so I didn't have to worry about that. It helps me. Validation text. Remember, this is a thing that pops up when I've entered it wrong. So I need to put here, you must enter in this field M or F, male or female, and that'll really help me. But this one, it said required no, so yeah, brilliant, I've got that. And then surname, I'd got the maximum length for surname was 25, but the surname I had put was required yes. So under the required, just change that to yes. So in here, anything, formatting, if you've changed the way you want formatting to look, you'd put them here. So if that was a date, when I click on that arrow, it gives me all the different ways a date could look. Validation rule and what my text is. Everything that you'll see on your data dictionary you would put here. You might be thinking, yeah, but well, if it's a lookup list or an OLE object, well, that's this bit up here where you just change a different data type. So once I've put in all my fields and I'm happy with it, close it off or go back to the view. Either way, it will say, do you want to save them? Because remember, an object you've got to choose to save. And then I've got my table ready. So if I add in now some information, don't try and add in this one, because remember, that's your auto number. So if you look, as soon as I start typing, it gives it the first number of 1. Okay? And it'll let me type them in. You'll see, if I tried to save a record, so if I try moving down to the next record, it's saying, well, no, you want something in surname because I said that was required. And then also, if I typed in L in gender, it